Hi everyone, this is Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and it's time for another edition, exciting edition of Guess What Sold last week on eBay. Now I do this every Monday night to show you the things that I sold in my eBay store from the previous week up until this very minute. I had a great week of sales, so we're going to dive right in and see what sold. By the way, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure that you hit that like button and that subscribe button and whatever the other buttons are you're supposed to hit. And I think there's a little bell. If you hit that bell, every time I post a vid, you'll hear about it, you can watch. Also, thank you to everyone who helped me out in my last thrift haul video identifying certain things. I absolutely promise I'm going to give shout outs in my next thrift haul. Got a lot of people I need to say thank you to who were a huge help in helping me identify some of the things that I found. So let's look and see what sold this week. So I need to move myself over there. Okay. And now you'll see the first thing that sold was, this wasn't in the shop for long. I do pretty well with trivets. They have to have the original paint. They are cast iron. This one says to have a friend, be one. And it sold for $12 plus shipping. The DVD of, the hilarious movie, Are You Being Served? Mr. Humphreys, are you free? You won't have any idea what I'm talking about unless you are a fan of Are You Being Served? Yes, there was a full-length movie. It's like 2 hours long. It's all the same gags rehashed, but it is hilarious. I have my own copy. I found another copy for like 25 cents. I had to pick it up, and I sold it to somebody for $7.99 plus tax. Oh, Mrs. Slocum, we love you. It's hilarious. This pencil sharpener, somebody made a bid on this, then they didn't pay. They got in trouble for that. And then like 2 days later, somebody else came in and bought it for 18 bucks. The Boston vacuum mount, that's a vintage one from the 60s. It has the suction cup bottom on it, in great shape. And that sold for $18 plus shipping. These I've had in the shop for a while, and as you can see, I marked them down a couple of times. They are, I called them punch cups because they're very small. There were no saucers with them, and they seemed to be too small to be teacups. Couldn't really identify the pattern. I know it's depression glass. And these ended up selling for, how do I get back? Oh, I figured it out. They sold for $11.99 plus $7 shipping. Little punch cups. I mean, you could like use them as favors. You know, at Christmas time, put like mints or nuts in them, you know. 4 crinoline hazel atlas pink ripple dinner plates from the 50s. $43.99. Woohoo! I paid. I hope the person who bought these isn't watching. I forget what I paid. I paid $10 each. I didn't pay $10 each. But they sold for $43.99 and somebody was thrilled to get them. Okay, so Villanova University, Pennsylvania, a set of 6 brass coasters, which were like $1 for the little bag of all 6 of them. $19.99 plus $5 shipping. Now this bad boy I put up for auction, and I'm glad I did. It sold for $72.77. Now, Okay, why did I put it up for auction and not buy it now? Here's why. I will only put something at a buy it now if I know what it consistently sells for. That is, there are auction records for it, there are sales records for it. This is a green student lamp or oil lamp shade. It could be smooth. It could have ribs that run vertically, yes, or ribs that run swirly swirl. This is a swirly swirl. I hadn't seen any of them for sale, so I had no idea what it would bring. I saw the other two examples that sold for up to 40, 45 bucks. So just by chance, I decided to auction this one, and aren't I glad I did? I paid $2, and it went for $72.77, plus $7 shipping, so that was great. So, yeah. So if you see these, pick them up. Now here's that little Scottie Dog typewriter tin that I rattled on and on and on about. It sold for $10. Whatever. I paid $2 for it and it sold for $10. Well, somebody's happy. 3 Pyrex lids, replacement lids for casserole dishes, sold for $16.49 plus $7.41 economy shipping. Yes! Now I bought 4 of these. I'm not going to buy any more. I'm just not into it. I like the old stuff. I just can't get into like new clothing and ink. But I bought 4 of these. And this is the second one that sold this week for $14.99. I've got 2 more to go. Let's hope they sell soon. Home Kinks, Popular Mechanics magazine from 1943. This was a 1940s, during the war, do-it-yourself magazine. I love this. Look, make your own Venetian blinds. Are you kidding? I mean, I can't even untangle the strings. When you're trying to pull those things up, you go sideways and like one side goes up and you're like yanking and then the whole thing comes down. I'm not going to make my own Venetian blinds ever. What is she doing? Is she putting saran wrap around her shoes? Isn't this exciting? What is it? Anyway, I don't know. That sold for $6 from 1943. This little lamp, which I love, from the 20s, it sold for $22.50. Yeah, not really Art Deco. Well, not Art Deco, although in my title I put Art Deco, Art Nouveau. It's not Art Deco, it's not really Art Nouveau, and I shouldn't have put that in there because I get annoyed at people when they put just terms in to draw people in, but the terms aren't true. So I really shouldn't have done that. That's not really a Deco lamp. Definitely not an Art Nouveau lamp. It is from the 20s, and I do admit I put those keywords in there hoping that it would like bring people in. It backfired. It only sold for $22. Anyway, the Beaded Fruit sold for $25. This is that tacky, homemade beaded fruit. My grandmother had it. Your grandmother had it. You know what this is. And this stuff sold for $25 plus $7 shipping. I paid like nothing for this at some little thing. Okay. I just love it. People with discretionary income. These things sold for $27.99. Now they're that kind of Dorothy Draper looking cocktail glasses. Now, some of you are saying, wow, you sold, 12 of them. The silver is in great shape. Why so cheap? Well, I'll tell you. Google this, not Google it, but search for it. There are a lot of examples of this kind of glassware. Did I say Dorothy Draper? Dorothy Thorpe? Sorry. Yeah, Dorothy Draper was an interior designer. Dorothy Thorpe was somebody else. And this is kind of a style that Dorothy Thorpe was popular for, or made popular. Anyway, it's gone, $27.99. Nice sale. These I just picked up Saturday. I went to a flea market. This chair is squeaking. Hear that? That's my chair. In case you were wondering what that sound was. These I just got. Anyway, these are made by Anchor Hocking. It's jadeite, and the pattern is called Charm. They made it in Delphite blue. They made it in jadeite, obviously. It's not marked on the bottom. You're not going to see Fire King or anything like that on the bottom of it. As you can see, you don't see anything marked on the bottom. You just have to know. Now, as far as I know, nobody ever reproduced. A lot of jadeite has been reproduced, so be careful. But as far as I know, no one has reproduced the jadeite Charm. If they have, somebody correct me, but I don't know that they have. So this stuff is really highly collectible. 3 teacups sold for 29 bucks. If I had the saucers, and these sold for like within 2 hours. I literally got them on Saturday. I put them online on Saturday, and they sold very quickly because it's a desirable pattern. Again, it's jadeite, Fire King, Charm. All right, let's speed it up. This little dude, or little girl, sold for $19.99. I sell Christmas all year long. This is one of those, is it Lefton? Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't say. It's just Japan. But it's that spaghetti. I guess you call it spaghetti. That kind of ratty, not really spaghetti, but I don't know what else you call it. So she sold for 20 bucks, almost 20 bucks. Oh. See, you have to go back and watch my thrift haul videos. So, because almost everything that I'm selling was highlighted in one of those. I sold 3 of these guys. I put all 4 of them up. I can't find one of them disappeared. Anyway, I had 4 horses. I sold 3 for like $16. We'll just very quickly go through these. These are little plastic horses, but they're collectible. Briar. Thanks to some subscribers, and I promise I'm going to give you kudos once I write down your names. But a couple of you told me who made these. These weren't the really rare ones, but they sold right away. Vintage 1960s Pyrex Friendship Dish, $15. Now, some of you are saying $15, but I didn't expect this to bring a lot. This pattern, it's cool, but it doesn't bring the money that Gooseberry and Butterprint and some of those others bring. It's nice, it's just not a $30 pot. It's a $15 pot, so to speak, or dish. Lid, top and bottom, good shape, $15. I paid $4 for it, so profit margin wasn't that great, but this has been in the shop for a while, and I marked it down a couple of times for $15.99. A 1930s pink depression cake plate. Which does not show up very well in those photographs. I wasn't taking very good pictures at that time. That's been sitting in the shop for a couple of months. So is this, and this just sold. A 1930s, 40s brass filigree dresser, Hollywood Regency mirror tray. You know, those things that women had on their vanities in the 1940s and 50s. It's really very well made. Very well made, pretty. It needs to be cleaned. Look at all that old dust. Some people like old dust. And that sold for $19.99. And how rude was that? I got preempted. I forgot that when you record on that screenshot site, you only get 15 minutes. And because I was rambling on and on and on, I went over my 15 minutes and they cut me off. So I was going to tell you the very last thing that sold were these. Now, if you saw my last thrift haul video, you will remember that I bought 16 of these vintage Victor mugs. Let me show you. They say Victor on the bottom, which is not going to show up very well in this kind of light. But anyway, these are manufactured from the mid-1940s to the early 60s. And this is the classic restaurant ware mug. These weigh over 1 pound per mug. And I bought 16 of these for 25 cents each. And I had a lady from Japan this morning, and we went back and forth, and she was like, oh, the shipping. And we just couldn't make ends meet on a price and shipping and everything. So she didn't want to pay any shipping. What am I going to do? Get a slow boat to China and deliver them or a boat to Japan and deliver them myself? No. So that fell through. But then later on today, someone from Ohio bought all 16 of them for $100. Woohoo! $100. I paid 25 cents each for these mugs. Anyway, $100 and $30 shipping. So $130 and 16 of these Victor classic 1950s coffee mugs are going to be on their way. So that is guess what sold this past week on eBay. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching and so long for now.